go,
So
guys.
it's just a genetic thing where there's a protein compound that resembles fats. We detect that, and it tastes like soap.
I do like that sometimes.
Oh, those good. That's on.
That's on.
What's on?
That thing.
The thing.
And that thing. Bring up the chat.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Bring up the chat. We sound good, too, by the way.
There's a...
Chat
Is
is
that
on.
a camera?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
That,
Oh, hold on. Is it Friday? Oh.
It
Hey,
is.
hey,
Friday,
hey,
guys.
hey,
Pints and Pistons.
Hey guys.
Yeah, it's that day again. It's that time.
It's that day?
We do that thing.
It's the same bat time, same bat channel.
That's probably
See ya.
copyrighted.
Oh, it's the same.
Although it's probably been in the common vernacular for so long, I don't think you could actually strike us for that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How's it going?
We're
Hello.
Pints and Pistons.
Hi, and you're not half a man short now. You're a man and a half up.
I brought double the Pistons you did this time.
He did.
Ayo.
He did.
And that's
You
Zach,
know,
everybody.
Chris.
Hey.
Up until you two pulled up in the Camry, I was looking at that. I was like, I have now driven every single car on the property.
Yep.
Have you ever driven a 2017 Camry?
I drove a 2015 Camry.
Well,
Then
you should
you've
try the
driven a
17.
2017 Camry.
Just leave it at
No.
the 2015. Just
Here's the
leave
thing.
It there.
Everything about that 2015 Camry was great, except for the seats.
Here's the thing with the Toyota Camry. It doesn't matter what year you've driven. It doesn't matter what spec you've driven. If you've driven a Camry, you've driven a
them all.
Camry.
Yeah,
The Camry.
The thing with the Camry is everything is fine.
except for the seats.
Hey,
Even the
didn't-
seats are they're still. I know they're uncomfortable.
The
No,
99s weren't
no,
bad.
no. After an hour and a half, this bar stool gets a little uncomfortable. Okay? After an hour and a half, one of those stools will get a little uncomfortable. The seats in that particular Camry that I drove was like driving on a park bench at 60 fucking miles an hour.
Like a Humvee.
I had no back teeth and part of my spine was compressed when I got out of that car.
Sounds about right.
Hey, but the Mighty Car Mods Camry is exciting.
Yes, that Camry is definitely that is a
That-
good Camry.
But that
That's a
does
cool-
not mean for everybody to start modding your Camry.
Yes, it does.
Actually,
Everybody
Not a
mod your
four-cylinder
Camrys.
Camry.
Yes, mod
Go
your
to Mighty
Camrys.
Car Mods.
They're the most
Go to the
common
link in
car.
the description of the video. Buy the turbo kit, whether you have an auto Camry or a manual, and put it on there.
And while you're at it, you have to go see the super cheap auto ad that they made that thing for.
Oh my God, was
I
it
love-
great though?
I love the super cheap
Me
motor, the super cheap
too.
auto ads. Their oil ads every year are fantastic.
Do you guys follow Boost and Bad Habits?
Never heard of them.
They just twin turboed a new Edge Mustang
Wow.
GT,
Okay.
and
So the plastic intake blew up.
no, surprisingly, they raced a new GT 500. Well, no,
The GT350?
yeah, GT 350, a new one,
Mm.
and they beat it.
I like a GT350 though.
And these guys, they're like,
Really
Have you ever
bad.
driven
So-
one?
No.
They're
I-
amazing.
they're from one of the
Only seen
Carolinas. They're super down home, redneck, southern accent, but they know what they're doing. And they will cheaply boost a car and tune it and everything.
Liberty Walk News.
They've even done a 4-cylinder Jeep Wrangler.
That is a straight
Yeah,
up
and they also
72,
have you seen the
240
Caravan
CG nose.
with the SRT 4
Yeah, yeah. Is that
The
them?
blue one.
Oh, yeah.
That's
okay.
them.
432
They have
R
that. They have
fenders.
a neon with a big block Mopar
Oh,
with
God.
a
What a
turbo in it.
footprint on it
and,
too, as wide as
Single
those
turbo
tires are.
F-150,
Wow.
6-cylinder manual.
Oh, damn. Oh, the 4.2.
The 4.2
one. Yep.
Yes, that's those guys. And I was surprised. They had that Mustang going. They get up with this dude and they just run him. And he said, "Wait a minute." He said, "I know this thing was pulling, but like 14 psi, just like a 1320 video." The GT350's here, the new Edge with no bumper and it's beat to shit and everything, twin turbos hanging up, just goes. "Meh." And it's all stuff they bought from the hardware store and off eBay. It's like Haggard Garage 2.0. Like, it's fantastic.
I like cheap, affordable power.
I love that shit.
That's
too.
what shitboxes are about.
I still
Am I allowed to say
remember
that?
the one
Yes.
video.
Okay, cool.
The S197. It was the second, the later model V6. with the 3.7.
Yeah, with
Okay,
the giant
yeah.
turbo making
Had a
35 pounds of boost.
Big turbo,
Jeez.
35 pounds of
Everything
boost.
was stock except that, and, they
And
were
nitrous.
trying to blow it up, and they couldn't.
No.
But they're and nitrous, and they're racing a GTR, and they're 4 deep in the Mustang.
Literally,
no,
the guy in the
and
back,
the
the
dude
guy in the
sitting
back
in the
had
back.
the nitrous.
He
bottle.
had
Oh,
a
bottle,
like,
yes,
he's
boy, that's
He's
what
just
I'm talking
teasing
about.
the bottle open.
Like
every
it
once
was,
in a
it
while.
was solidly, it was a James dry shot.
Yeah.
Good.
Just a-
That's
It was.
And he's watching the GTR, and as the GTRs, the GTR fall back a little bit, he goes, and he
you know, I was thinking about doing that in the Camaro. I got a bottle and just some like braided line, but none of the other stuff. So just hook it up to the intake. It's plastic. It'll drill, right?
What about that Mustang? I really wanted to know, like, what happened with that and everything. The one for sale in Homosassa, you remember it? Twin turbo V6 New Edge Mustang with big Garretts on it, 2 of them. And the guy's
they were
like, it's-
sticking up out of the hood.
yeah, he's like, it's a running and driving project. And the car was complete. He had the hood cut and everything. He said, just can't get a tune on it. 3.7 twin turbo, car runs great.
Can't get a tune on it.
And I was like, looking at it, like, it looked very well done, the job and everything. And the guy was like, yeah, I messaged him. He's like, dude, it pulls. It's crazy. He said, it doesn't knock, doesn't ping, nothing. He goes, I just can't find somebody to tune it. And I was just thinking to myself, it was a 5-speed and everything. I was like, that would be a fun
Sir, you need
ripper.
DIY auto tune and a Mega Squirt. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Honestly, he could just download HP tuning software, buy 1 tuning credit for his car, and do it himself.
There's that.
Right on the stock ECU.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
See, was it one of those projects that he was projecting, or one of those projects that he was, handing over the cash for?
Projecting.
Oh, cool. Then he should have got the... yeah, come on. If you're going to go that far, I'll get a tuner. I'll get a laptop for the
Like,
Z28.
take it
You'll
off
see
Marketplace. I'll come to your house. Like
Danger to intake manifold. That's what's going to be flashing across mine.
Your
As long as you don't
floorboard's
lose
gonna
the
fall
floorboard
out.
hump or catalytic converters,
Bro,
you'll be
I'm
fine.
just saying, I don't have cats anymore. Oh,
Well-
that's
Well,
in Mexico, I don't have catalytic
well,
converters.
you've got the cat hump in your floor. As long
yeah,
as that doesn't fall out,
yeah,
you're good.
exactly.
Shear all
Actually,
or all
you
the
know-
Allen screws.
I can mount a little computer mount right there and get some computer like laptop from 2004. Bet you can get it for $20. It'll run the system. We're good.
Just get a little
have a
Chrome mini
looping
book.
video of like the screen. Just leave it going
Yes.
on that.
Just has
All
a
the
flashing
levels going
danger
up.
manifold.
Yes,
all the time.
exactly.
You guys laugh about the old computers, but McLaren
Yes.
uses a compact laptop
That there's only
from
one
like
of
that.
left.
There's one of.
Yeah.
That's the only way they can do diagnostics on a McLaren F1.
I'm saying, like this is what's wrong with using that old tech for the cars that were around
But the
that
thing
time,
is, McLaren only has one of those compact laptops.
Hey, our nuclear codes are on 9-inch floppies
Yeah.
because no one has that tech anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Soviet Russia even has better shit.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they already like, wait, we threw away our 9-inch floppy stuff. We could have had your nuke codes. Damn it! Like, we don't even know how to make that anymore.
Actually, it's a funny story about the Russians. In World War II,
Oh, potato.
we had
Potato.
had a B-29 Superfortress land over there. They wanted a copy of it, so they were told, copy this airplane. This airplane had been field repaired from battle damage. They copied the field repair battle damage because they were told,
Copy this
this
plane.
airplane.
Yeah.
and another time when Concorde was being developed, the Russians were trying to get a hold of that, so the British leaked a messed up set of information and specs and stuff for the Concorde. Well, the Russians built it, and it crashed.
Aw, man. Speaking of Russians and copying things, their cars, so many.
China's worse.
Oh, China's bad, but
China's
like,
10 times.
but China actually has like decent cars you could like get in and buy for like
no, like,
$2,500
but the
bucks
thing
and
is,
be like, oh, I'll drive this around.
China will have
Russia,
like the Ningtao X17B3COW, and it's
a
like
Chevy
a Chevy
Cavalier.
Spark. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
It's like that.
No,
like,
it's a Chevy It's a Chevy Spark, but it's got the nose
No,
from
like-
an Aston Martin.
I must
Yeah,
imagine
right.
like living in China is like Grand Theft Auto in real life. It's like slightly obscure versions of real cars. Like, but what I wanted to talk. Oh no, you're getting the beer. Sorry.
The Hao Kwang Mega Thrust.
I know recalls.
Regals.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Buicks.
No,
Buicks.
recall.
Recalls.
Like automotive.
Oh shit! I can't hear
recall.
explosions, loud cars, loud music,
Explain
gunfire.
Recall.
Recall. Total
Recall.
recalls.
Well-
times 2.
Yeah,
2.0.
something like that.
Electric Boogaloo. Range of that.
So recalls. I wanted to highlight on one particular recall because it really tickled my fancy because it's not often that a company will come out with a recall when they're actually
Not told to.
hold on, no, a semi-reputable company, but the Ferrari SF90 Stradale.
Stradale.
I don't speak French.
Listen, I crunch my spaghetti how I want to, okay? Snap them right in half through the macarons.
Please, my wets.
Every time you say that wrong, I'm going to say Renault.
Okay, never mind.
When it's a
Please don't
cognac.
make him say that again.
No,
I hate
I'm
that.
sorry, Chris.
I like
know.
knifes and skizzers.
So,
Let's go. Let's go.
The SF. Well, actually, no. I think the base SF90 had it too.
What
Might
did
have
it
just been
do?
the
Is that a
Stradale.
serrated knife, by
What
the
did
way?
they recall?
But so they have a recall for spontaneous combustion.
That should wait. Like Fiero spontaneous combustion?
Yes.
Oh,
So-
from Ferrari. It's
For-
like same.
So Ferrari said, "Hey guys, whoops, we might have messed up making these turbo oil feed lines, and they might spray oil at high pressure right on the turbo manifold,
Perfect.
especially after you just drove it hard."
That's the best time to do it. Actually, that's
They-
when I like
and-
the heads to spray oil on my exhaust. Is right when I'm going hard.
They did a stop drive letter. They sent everybody in the world who's got one of those letters said, "Stop driving it. It's probably going to catch on fire. You're going to have to go to the dealership and check it out." But could you imagine owning a Kia and getting that message versus owning a
You
Ferrari?
mean like everyone that owned a
A Kia?
2012 to 2015 turbocharged Optima?
Yeah, those guys.
Or those 1.6
But then,
recalls.
but you
that
have a
happen.
Ferrari. That's
But
what-
you have a Ferrari.
But you have a Ferrari.
Or all the Kia Souls.
So, Kia owners get the same recalls as Ferrari owners. Therefore, my Kia is just as good as a Ferrari.
Hey, you
Hey,
got it.
6
You
more
got
people.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, like
You're absolutely not wrong.
all
right.
here.
All right, so this is a bit of a
6 points.
this one. Kind of acquired this one a little bit different than normal. Normally, I just open up our list, and I walk in and I search the aisles, and I find something.
Proper lager color.
So this time I was up there, and one of the employees at Total Wines actually he was a knowledgeable beer guy.
What's
Nice.
going on there?
And so he's like, "Anything you looking for?" And I was like, "Well, I was looking because the weather's getting
Is
cooler.
that what that is?
I'm looking for an Irish
Cinnamon
red. I've
clove.
had that one. I'm looking for Irish red." So
Oh,
we
there's
looked.
cinnamon
There was
sugar in it.
again none. So he went over into the seasonal side and said, "Well, there's nothing out." He's like, "Hey, what about this one?" And what I have is 6 Point Brewery Wintry Fix Winter Lager, 5.5% alcohol, and it says, "Cooler temps and long nights are back, and it's got you craving something to warm your bones." Wintry Fix Winter Lager is a malt-forward 5.5% lager balanced by an aromatic blend of cinnamon, clove, orange peel, star anise for a warming yet easy drinking brew.
Alright, well.
I'm
I'm
a
excited
little
about this.
worried
It's-
about the anise.
It smells.
Me for the cinnamon, I can't stand cinnamon sugar and stuff like that.
Anise
But
is the flavor that makes black licorice black licorice.
Oh, I'm gonna be good with
Alright.
that then.
I'm terrified.
cheers, gentlemen.
Like I said,
I love black liquor.
like I said, guy handed it to me, and I'm like, I'm in.
I mean, it smells good.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, that is
Wow.
amazing.
A
That's
little
I'm
bit of
not
a
even,
black licorice taste, but I don't hate it.
It's not bad.
But it-
like
The
I don't
end
even.
for me-
I don't even get the
The
stuff.
end
I
tastes
can-
like
I can
cinnamon
taste
toast
it.
So,
crunch.
no.
You
Like
taste
that.
that black licorice taste?
So what that little
You
bit
not
realize at the end tastes like cinnamon toast
so what
crunch.
that little bit of the black
Alright, that's good.
licorice tastes
Yeah.
like? It tastes like those Farfanugan cookies.
Fig Newtons.
No. The Christmas little circles that are covered in powdered sugar that are licorice flavored.
Yep.
yeah,
The
like they're really
Farfanugans.
hard little
Yeah.
German cookies.
Yeah.
That's not bad. See, like
That's good.
cinnamon toast crunch is like my
That's
limit
actually-
with cinnamon sugar.
That
That's
is-
like
I
Dude,
like it.
It's growing on me. I really like it.
I'm really not a beer guy, but I do like
It's
this.
warm, wintry,
Hey,
with sugary finish.
Christmas ham.
It's delight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Drink this with a Christmas ham.
Yup.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
With the
could see
cloves
that.
in it and all that. Eat this with drink this with a Christmas ham.
Ham, mashed potatoes, brown gravy.
Yep.
Big roll with butter on it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You
See,
know,
I'm even seeing this as like a around the fire post Thanksgiving
Yep.
beer. Might pick some up when Thanksgiving rolls around.
and like honestly, I feel like this warmer would maybe even taste better.
You might have more clove flavor with it.
In the orange peel too. The orange peel is
Yeah.
like kind of starting to like come out. That's really good.
Gonna
That's a
say,
good blend right there.
one of my favorite parts of this right now is currently the clove hit to it.
And it's got a proper lager taste and color too.
This is good.
Definitely a good
Yeah.
one.
This is good.
Definitely a good
Who
one.
picked this one up? You,
I-
Brian, you did. You just told the whole story.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm
uh,
drunk. I had like 2 sips of beer.
Total Wine in Gainesville.
Gainesville. Wow.
Well, I have to go.
I imagine you guys are hunting for beer now.
Oh yeah.
I have to go up there once a month anyway for medical shit. So when I'm up there, 3 things happen. And I passed a place the other day that I have. It's like a mom and pop Mexican joint. So next time I'm up there in a couple of weeks, that's going to be on my list. The other things that happened is Krispy Kreme, because we don't have one here. And
Yeah.
Total Wine too.
Yeah.
Because
I like
they carry
seeing that hot and
because-
fresh sign on
because
the Krispy Kreme.
I'm a little over 60% on my average for catching the sign.
Yeah?
Yes.
Good. It's a good batting average.
Pretty good. Pretty good so far.
That's one nice thing, and also for you and me particularly, next Saturday when we go, we're probably going to drive through Clearmont. There's this place called Donut King.
Oh, bro.
So, Donut King is a really odd little mixture. They make donuts and jambalaya.
I mean, you know what? All right, dude. I want a food truck called Chicken and Waffles.
But
There's going to be chicken and Belgian waffles.
Donut King makes fresh to order hot glazed donuts.
Bro, okay.
Are they there on the right hand
Yeah, I'll
side
mess
of the
with
road?
that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the place that we passed on the way to Sebring.
Oh yeah.
So-
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
no,
That
yes.
all
My,
the state troopers were outside.
Yeah.
My buddy who I met who did like a couple of my tattoos and shit.
It was the same morning.
His wife was the general manager
got
there
it
for a
onto that
long time before they
V70R
moved to
wagon.
Canada. And like, so we'd stop there anytime we could, and they still uphold the same practice. They actually cater for Disney, Universal,
Nice.
and Busch Gardens, like for
Okay.
their staff parties and all that stuff. And like I said, you go there, like you just one hot glazed donut. You get a donut this big around. This
That's a
is
coyote.
that you?
No,
That's-
No,
that's
That's a
a
coyote or
V6.
That's not
No,
a
that's
coyote.
That's a coyote.
No,
No
it's
way,
not.
it's
the,
not.
It's the
No.
Camaro.
No, it's not. That's a.
No, that's a.
Is that a
Wasn't
Bonda?
any of the above. What was that?
I don't know, but it was,
It had
Wasn't
one.
it
It
Acura?
had
Yeah,
one
like-
halogen headlight and one HID.
Yeah.
Acura.
Yeah, it looked kind of Honda-y from the front.
Friggin' dang Acura.
Have,
Sound like a
I know
Honda
Mike's
V6.
been there. Have any of you guys been to the German bakery in Ulaha, over near the villages?
I can't even pronounce that, let alone know where it is
Oh,
right now.
it is
German bakery.
amazing.
It's a-
Oh my
Like
god.
it's this little.
It's
Right,
an
you
old,
drive
old building.
you drive out of the villages and you go through Ulaha, and then it's like on the right.
And it's you got the German bakery, and right next door is the moonshine place where we got the Yahala moonshine from. That does tours, and it's literally a shack in the middle of a field that gets all their stuff from what they grow there, and it's amazing.
Nice.
But the German bakery.
You gotta get there before 10 o'clock in the morning because everything sells out by 11.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
fair. Those are the best kind of
They
restaurants.
open,
like-
they
like-
open at 10, sold out by 11.
Oh
yeah,
they
like
were-
we
they were
we
baking
went
at
on
4.
like we did a big Mustang run up there,
Sure.
and we got up there and we got there. The parking lot was already filling up. We completely filled it up, and then it was just a constant line of cars in and out, and
Yep.
people in and out. While we're like every one of us that went in there, all of us got something to eat or 2 things to eat out of the case right then and there, because the first thing we got was so goddamn good, we had to get something else.
Sure, yeah.
And then we all got 2 or 3 extra things to throw in a box to take home
Yeah,
with us.
absolutely.
And then the beers that they got, they sell beers, and every beer there is nothing that you can get locally. It is nothing but German beers that like you can't even find at like ABC or
fantastic.
anything like that, and they are amazing. I forgot which one I had, but I had one, and then I had their big baked pretzel with their homemade horseradish mustard. Oh,
Yeah, like everything there is made from scratch, and
that's
while
what
you're
I'm
sitting
talking
there, you can watch everybody in the back just making all the stuff
Yeah,
that they make. And
my
it's just
my soft pretzel that I got was literally that big, and it was $5.
Dude.
So,
yeah, I'm about that.
yeah,
since
I
you
love
weren't
food.
quite here for the entire thing, Mike, so what do you think, like, about, like, you just bought SF90
Stradale.
Ferrari.
Knifey.
And you get a stop drive notice because it can potentially catch fire.
What do you think about, like, you just spent all that money on that car?
I'm gonna keep on driving it because I got insurance and I'll get a new one.
That's a fair take, man. It really is. You know what?
You know what? Every now
I
and
would drive the Ferrari to the dealership.
You know
what?
I'm not gonna tell.
All right, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you next time. Like, just,
Now.
damn.
every time someone accuses this little shit of being my progeny,
There's
every now and
sometimes-
then there is a little flash of brilliance that does bolster the argument that he is in fact my progeny.
Because then if it comes to where Ferrari says, well, we sent you a letter in the mail, I'm sorry, I changed my address.
Was
It
that a
hasn't-
certified letter?
It
Did I have to
hasn't-
sign for that?
It hasn't been
Exactly.
forwarded. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
actually,
my
no.
butler
Hey,
took
No,
it.
scratch that. I'm in a Ferrari. I'm sorry, I don't know how to read.
Which friggin' Ferrari
Numbers?
did Whistling
Yeah.
Diesel have? Was it SF90?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll just,
On top of that,
I can't.
hold on,
He
I'm sorry.
He burnt one to the ground. Like,
I'm sorry. I
did you say-
purchased a premier Ferrari, which means I have so much money it's not even funny.
What if
Like,
you?
yeah,
Why
forget
did
about the
someone
Ferrari.
not come to my house
Exactly.
and fix that car
well,
for
not
me?
even that.
True.
Why did someone
Rolls
not?
does that. Rolls a roll up with their
Well,
their
no,
whole
not even
semi
that. Why
and just take
why
care of
did
your car
not
there.
someone come to my door to tell me about that
Correct.
instead of sending
Sure.
a letter?
No,
why
what
didn't
should
you
have
knock on my
happened-
door and be like, "Stop driving your car; it's going to light on fire"?
Friggin-
What should have happened in that situation is an 18-wheeler with a complete shop in the back of it should have pulled up and said,
Yep.
I'm sorry, sir. We're from Ferrari. We're just here to fix a small issue with your car. We'll be out of your hair in 30 minutes.
No,
Exactly.
Enzo Jr. should be at your.
Or at the very least,
Seriously.
have the tow truck there. They're putting down a blue one to take your red one and be like, "Oh, here's yours."
Yeah, here's your
until-"
loan.
Yeah, your
Correct.
loaner,
Here's your
baby.
loaner.
No, yeah.
Because
no, that's a good
I don't
one.
know, I know most of you guys probably know this, but when you're a Ferrari buyer, right?
It's a process.
Well, you don't.
I don't
get-
know anything about being
Okay.
a Ferrari buyer. I'm gonna let you
Here's
know
what I
that
mean.
now.
I watch a lot of
I know, but Chris, you said that, and then I just instantly thought, I'm like, this motherfucker has a black fender, a silver rear bumper, fucking
no.
no paint.
interior.
Dude,
No.
I
I'm
identify
I'm
as
driving a 2002 Camaro Z28 that sat in the jungle for 2 years.
So
But
when
yeah,
I-
what a Ferrari
No,
buyers
we don't
do,
know
bro.
what Ferrari
What I mean is,
Well, they have
alright,
to
so
have bought-
say
they-
you want to buy a Stradale.
You
Sure.
have to own 5 other Ferraris beforehand.
If you go into the Ferrari dealership and look at, and point at the Stradale and say, "I want to buy that," they go, "No, thank you.
You'd be like,
You
"But
haven't bought
I have,
any
I
other-
have all the cashes
Right.
right here.
I have all of the money to purchase that car right now. Why can't I buy it?" Well, you haven't been a customer of ours before. That's for Premier owners.
Yeah.
You can't have that.
Premier.
You
They
have
have
to buy-
They have their own. Oh my gosh. Okay,
You
so
gotta start with a
I-
Dino.
Oh man.
You
You
have
have
to
to start
buy-
with a Dino.
all the shitty stuff that they make
No.
first
No. This
with all of the options, and then if you're
That
lucky,
makes
they
me-
may select you
no.
to become a customer
So
that can
you
purchase
you
a
have,
Stradale.
you have to buy a Dino
I'll,
first.
I'll
then
eat them in a
the
mid-engine
308
Corvette.
But-
They'll sell me one. They'll
But
sell me one.
no, like you know the
Do you
ultimate.
know do you know who does not own a Ferrari and will not own a Ferrari because of the Ferrari dealerships and the way they sell cars?
Me now.
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno.
Hell yeah. Good
Jay
for
Leno,
him.
he loves the cars.
Won't
Hates
buy
the way
it.
they're sold. He's like, nope, not doing it.
Well, also that half of them that he wants to buy, he cannot keep at his shop because there are certain Ferraris that, even though you buy them, Ferrari has to keep them in their possession, and they'll bring them to you to the track. They'll bring them to you to these events, but you cannot keep them with you.
And then on
I
top
would
of
steal
that,
my own car.
So you buy a Ferrari,
I'd
right?
take
And you're
it right
like,
off
you
the
know, I
truck,
don't
baby.
like red. I'm gonna get it wrapped in a different color.
Oh,
and you get it
dead-
wrapped,
dead
and then
now.
Ferrari
Dead now.
sues you
Yep.
for wrapping your car.
Like they
Dead
did,
Mouse.
they did that to Dead Mouse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wanted it black instead of red, so he wrapped it, not painted it, wrapped it. That can't be removed.
No, they said what they got him on is because he changed one of the emblems. He got
To
a custom
Ferrari.
Dead Mouse emblem
did the Ferrari.
And-
And there was actually
The
there was a group of
Ferrari.
Volvo drivers at that were doing Lemons races, and they did a Stradale Shield, but with a moose.
Yes.
And Ferrari gave them a cease and desist as well.
Oh my gosh.
And it also like depends on the day you go, because sometimes they'll literally do like you're adopting a child. They'll be like, all right, well, we need to come to your address and inspect your garage and your homestead and everything to make sure it's worth having a Ferrari sitting there and it's safe for it, even if you're buying the car outright.
Right.
They would love that motherfucker in Homosassa that had the 458
Oh, that dude!
Yeah.
in the mobile home with the carport.
Yes, absolutely, baby. And what was the guy that came down from up north? He had that place right behind Winn-Dixie. He drives a McLaren.
That's his parents' place. That's
Oh, well, still.
Diesel 717 Diesel Speed or some shit like, or Street Speed. He's a YouTuber.
Yep.
That was
McLaren,
a
green and black,
720S.
sitting underneath the carport
At a
in a
mobile home.
55-plus community home. Like, like I'm talking those 10th-acre lots type
Yeah.
thing. McLaren.
There's a 720S. And
That's
it's
a
like,
man who has his priorities.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah, like-
Hey, listen,
yeah,
you can
dude.
sleep in a house, you can't race a car.
So but that was the thing. So the Ferrari guy, like I saw that Ferrari just parked out and about, and I looked inside of it, and it had the same crap on the floorboards as in the console and the cup holders as all of our cars do on
Yep.
a regular basis.
Bro, I'll
and
tell
I
you.
looked at it and I was like, okay. Walked around the front, dead bugs splattered across the front, paint chips and stuff across there, and I was like. And then somebody else,
Man,
like,
it
and
takes-
then it was Two Legs told me, he's like, yeah, the guy lives over in Homosassa, it's in a mobile home with a carport, and I was like,
Yeah, dude, exactly.
Right.
bravo, sir, bravo.
Get your one car, bro.
I
Like, get
messaged
the
that
one.
guy on Instagram because I followed him and he actually messaged me back. I was like, I sent him a picture of his car and I was like, so, is this where you live? He said, oh, you found my car. And he's like, oh, I'm down visiting my parents. They live there. And I said, the aesthetic is crazy. And he goes, I know, isn't it? And like, that car, it's big twin turbos. It's a 1100 plus horsepower, like,
Mhm.
McLaren
well,
720S. And then, yeah, like, you're just going through, like, this 55 up
55
part.
plus, exactly. It's
You're
like
going past Kia Souls, a Jeep Patriot.
Camrys.
And there's a
Yeah.
McLaren that makes 1,100 horsepower.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's wrapped
It's-
lime green.
It's lime green
It's
and
lime
black.
green.
Like
Yeah.
the lime green goes like the fenders are black in the front, and the lime green goes up over the hood and around in the doors and around the back. But the top is black. The sport,
Yeah.
dude,
Well,
it's
now,
a sick
You got me
looking
going.
car, man.
We got to do the Pints and Pistons things like we do with the tangents. Tavares' McLaren, as of now, go.
Will no longer have a battery in it. I'm okay with this.
What?
Have you seen the wrap?
What does it do?
Well, I know it's got
Okay.
I know it's got the Valvoline wrap on it for SEMA.
I think it actually looks really cool.
It
though.
actually
I know
does,
he's probably
right.
going to change it. All right, so,
So you remember the flooded P1?
yeah, I was
The one
going
that
to
was
say,
floating around after the hurricane?
yeah.
Tavares
The yellow
has that
one.
car.
yeah, Tavares, he's a YouTuber.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and what's funny about that is, as soon as it came on the news, like the
You're
hurricane
calling.
coverage,
Yeah.
like
He started calling every auction, going to websites like, where is this car?
Well, no,
Where
no,
is this
it's
car?
not just that. Like literally, as soon as that went up onto the news,
remember
it was
people were saying
immediately
that, too.
on the drive. It was on Utopian. It was on Motorius. It was on Jalopnik. It was
Yeah,
everywhere.
everywhere.
Fucking
And
$2 million
everywhere that
hypercar.
story was posted, every one of the comments is like, "Okay, who's gonna buy it? Tavares, Ed Bolian, or Hoovy?" Like everybody knew one of those guys was gonna end up with that car.
Tavares has
Oh, yeah,
deleted
man.
the hybrid system out of the car completely and put a was it a 620 motor or 720?
4 liter. Now it's the 4. Yeah, the
720 motor. I think.
675 LT.
Yeah, it's a 675 LT motor, but it's fully built
Oh,
with
damn.
big twin turbos.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that's
It's gonna be like
And-
1400
and the
horsepower.
entire hybrid system deleted with all of the weight deleted
You
on
guys,
a P1.
you guys might hate
And he's
me for
also
saying
and he's
this.
also doing his own, like, he's basically calling it the P1 Evo because he's doing like a new
A
body on
lot,
the
yeah,
thing.
it's
Dude,
all
oh, yeah.
custom fabbed, custom
See-
carbon made.
I know it's Pints and Pistons, guys, but electric's gonna be something wild. It
Oh,
Yes and
really,
no.
really is.
Yes and no.
Especially hybrid if we keep that around because, dude,
Yeah.
In this aspect,
what
it
I
hurt-
can do with
it-
my LS1 versus turning my LS1 into an electrical generator and using all of that accumulated power to a drivetrain, it would go really, really, really fast.
Okay, so
Really
the electric
fast.
motor was good for like 190 horsepower over the gasoline engine.
Okay.
Well, now he's going to be making 700 more than the stock gasoline engine.
With less
What's
weight.
that fuel
With less-
economy like, though?
Who cares?
Who cares?
It's a McLaren
less weight.
hypercar.
But
That
I
doesn't
want to
matter.
drive my car. I can't
You
drive
can
the
drive
big
it.
block truck.
Hey,
509,
hey.
6.5 miles to the gallon.
If you
whether
got
I'm
the money,
empty or
if
like,
you got the money to
loaded.
have a 2,000 horsepower hypercar, gas doesn't matter.
Bro, I could
You're at
afford
the
to have a
gas pump,
650
just filling the tank,
horsepower
staring
and
off
a
into the distance.
like carbureted
It clicks.
engine.
You don't
But
even
so-
look.
Can't
at
afford
it.
to
You
drive
drive
that.
home, then have to fill up again, and
So
it's
here's
like,
my thing. Like I said, I've driven a Tesla, I've driven a dual motor Model S
Nice.
Performance, driven a Ford Lightning, and if someone wants,
how is
it's like an F-150 but quiet and gobs of torque, and hellishly expensive. If someone hands me the keys to a Leaf, or BMW i3, or any other electric, I will drive it. Because I figure if we talk shit about cars and talk shit about electric cars, we should drive them. So we
Sure,
have an idea what we're
absolutely,
talking about.
absolutely.
So I've got 2 under my belt now. And I noticed the same thing about both of them.
I kind of want to buy a Leaf. Go ahead.
After the initial hit,
Mhm.
everything else about the car is boring as fuck.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you plateau.
Yeah.
Just it's
And
You do.
also,
I-
also shout out to the Tesla single motors, 2 under the belt. That's kind of a funny thing you said that.
Hey, I beat one of those.
So
Yeah.
I actually read a bit of interesting news recently. I don't know if anybody's heard of the Ram Charger that's coming out.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They've released a
Ram
bunch
Chargers.
of details about that truck now. I am intrigued because it's a hybrid.
Okay.
And I've said this on the show before. It's the hybrid I want. It is an electric powered vehicle with a gasoline generator engine.
Yeah, range
This is-
extender.
Yeah.
It's a range extension engine. That's all it is. It can you fill it up with gas and you can go, I want to charge my car.
Yeah, like the Mazda MX-30 with the rotary.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what
BMW
they're-
i3 with
it's
its
a
tiny little thing.
3.7 liter V6 running the generator,
See?
and that's it.
This is what I'm talking about.
It has electric motors that drive the truck.
Yep.
You can either run it on the generator, run it on battery power. It'll plug in to charge.
Yeah, that's
That's-
a
this-
Chevy Bolt.
Well.
That's the hybrid I want.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which also,
They're-
fun fact,
they're
that
low.
is the
But
best
now
EV
it's a
in the
Ram
world
truck.
right now.
See, and the
It's
Ram
a full-size
Charger
Ram
is going to
truck.
be like, it's they were always performance based, built like overbuilt for
And
being
they are.
overland
It's like
and
600 horsepower.
dude, that's and not to mention electric, all that power at the bottom because other than racing
Yeah.
cars in Mexico and stuff, I really love overlanding, crawling. Mud scares me because I always get stuck and break something, but short of that, like electric power having every 100% of torque
As
at
soon
the
as-
bottom.
as soon as it starts
Dude,
turning.
you're there the whole time. You're quarter throttle for absolutely everything you want and getting wherever you want to go, no matter how heavy you are.
But again, the problem with full electric, and this was a big thing with the F-150 Lightning,
Mm-hmm.
put cargo in the back.
Right.
Yep.
Put a
And then
trailer on it.
range, and then of
Put a
course,
trailer
like-
on the back.
Yeah.
But now you've got a truck that it can tow 14,000 pounds
Yeah.
Because
because it has a gas engine in
a
it.
generator in it, and it's a powerful one. Like I was talking, turning the LS1 into something that would charge something. I mean, how much horsepower do you think you could get to that thing? Be wild.
But the Lightning will power your house.
so will
For
the
a
so will the F-150 Power Boost Hybrid.
Yes.
Nice.
So
And
will a
the Ice Storm
Generac
and Tex
generator.
and the Ice
Yeah, I
Storm
was gonna say like it doesn't have to have wheels. Like,
and the Ice Storm in Texas a couple years back. Power
Yeah.
Boost owners were powering their house with those things. But the amazing thing was, those people were actually getting more fuel economy using their trucks as a generator than their standalone generators.
Right.
Like they
Well,
were.
because you're using a vehicle engine that has all the emissions and all that on it,
Yeah.
versus a
Lawnmower engine.
a lawnmower engine.
And that's the other thing,
lawnmower
that
engines
lawn-
with a carburetor aren't the most fuel efficient things in the
and
world.
they're
at all.
screaming. They're like those little Jennies are always screaming.
Right.
You have something like a 3.7
Yeah.
on the highway is probably going to be idling at 900,
Correct.
and it's range boosting.
Right.
Trade me. I'm just here to sit.
Well, and that's the thing. If you're using an engine as a range or just a range booster, it's just running a generator.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
So you step on the gas, the engine doesn't have to,
Correct.
rev up.
Mm-hmm.
It goes up. I need power. It starts up. revs up to a set RPM where it's the most fuel efficient
Yeah.
for its best torque and horsepower output
Not
to
just
drive
fuel
that
efficient,
generator.
but it reaches peak volumetric efficiency.
Correct. And that's where it stays.
And it stays there.
It just goes
yeah.
vroom, and it stays at that RPM to run that generator.
Yep.
That's all it has to do. So you're talking about a full-size Ram pickup truck that's probably going to get 89 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
Bro, get one of these and straight pipe the jetting motor. Bah, whether you're going 40 or 90, just
Just sit at a stoplight.
Hell yeah! No,
that's dude. You can't even rev it at any
Put
point.
loud
either.
lights on it.
It's
jammed
go.
and shit, just blah 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 blah.
And you thought wide open, and you thought being next to somebody who was going wide open throttle with a CVT was annoying.
Give it a 2-step.
There was a friggin' Nissan Maxima on Tuesday.
Oh god.
It was about 16 different colors.
Maxon in the Maxima, Harley Quinn, got it.
Going full. Blah. And I just.
So it's your car.
Mine does shifties.
These
though.
are only 3 different colors, and a lot of the reds just faded. It's
He's
not
slowly
really white.
building himself a Mazda version of a Harlequin
That's
car.
what I've said. When he gets the doors
No,
and everything,
it's
I
the
want them to be
Mazda
different
Ultima,
colors.
Obviously.
Oh.
You know,
The ultimate
I've thought
Mazda
about
Speed 3?
kind of thinking about this. We all talk shit about Altimas. Deservedly so in most cases because of the people that drive them.
Seen them?
The
What-
Ultima didn't have bad cars though.
But
And maybe
when you
that's why
see
it's
those
so
cars with multiple colored body panels on them, some of those body panels are optional.
Hey, what about?
One donut spare, no license plate,
Yeah.
obviously no insurance.
Mhm.
Those damn cars still go down the road. They're not smoking. They're not
Hey.
rattling.
Him and I saw.
And they just run.
Yeah.
Him and I saw this elderly woman.
Ain't
they-
had an oil change in 9 years.
Yeah.
Hey, no,
CVT,
the black
it's got
one.
180,000
Dude, I was-
miles on the original CVT fluid.
Yeah.
I was.
We saw.
Okay. Is the Ultima really a bad car?
No, not at all. Actually, we saw an elderly woman
Dude.
in a black one, a 3.5.
The 3.5 and this thing
Garage
was
kept,
garage
and she
kept.
was
I'm
vibing,
talking,
just
dude.
chilling.
She had the
cruising,
little
and
like
thing-
chrome accents that go down the doors and everything, and like around the wheel
Oh, that
wells.
was like an SEL or...
Bro, and
like
it was the
full-
3.5. The black is jet black all the way around. Had to be
Gorgeous
garage
car.
kept because there was no dust on it, and just some little old lady just barely over the steering wheel. And it's like, you want to sell it? Like,
But I think that kind of
she probably bought that thing new.
It's like there's no in between. It seems like
Yeah,
you either
correct.
have, and actually, sorry, you can go all the way from the bottom. You either have a Versa through Maxima that's clean, or a Versa through Maxima
That
that's
is
just
not clean.
pooped.
Yeah.
There's no normal wear and tear on those cars.
No,
it's
there
either
isn't.
perfect or it is just a fender bender
Yeah,
away from
and,
it.
and the
no,
Versa,
falling
Sentra,
apart.
Ultima,
Okay.
and Maxima all
Next
fall-
episode, I might have to bring Dad's Ultima.
Well, see, but it's also
Because it's the car you say doesn't exist.
Well, it's like my mom's original
It's got
one.
120,000 miles on it. It's got a few scuffs on the paint from my dad and my mom and other people. The headlights need to be polished and refinished. Needs a good washing.
40% DEET over those headlights. Cleans them up a lot.
They still work at night, for the most part. CVT still works. Engine still works. None of the interior is ripped up.
Nice.
The only repairs that we've had to do to the car was we had a battery post that was leaking that corroded the positive battery terminal, so we had to replace the terminal. That was not too big of a job. That was an easy job to do. And the right rear bearing hub at about 80,000 miles started making grinding noises, which
Sure,
the 06
yeah.
also did. So we replaced both of those.
That one was.
It must be a perspective thing.
And
Because-
but other than that, the only other things we've done to the car is literally just batteries. Oh yeah, we had one caliper sort of end up locking up, so I had to
It
back
must be a
stuff up.
perspective thing because
But like I said-
you see so many of them that are so clapped out. You're like, why is that thing even on the road? It doesn't look safe. That normal wear and tear looks showroom new.
Maybe,
Yeah,
but
well,
like I said,
yeah,
this
right,
thing
actually.
this car just works.
Yeah.
Well, it's like my mom's original one. Besides her hitting a mailbox and blaming it on me, her 04
Love you,
and
Mom.
that had the 2.5 in it.
Yeah, that's
And
what this
it
one's
was
got.
It's
got the same
a 2.5 special edition. It was a 4-speed automatic. When my mom traded in for her Altima that she has now that has 200,000 miles on it. It had 258,000 miles on it. Had a little bit of fading on the red on the top, but besides that, the cloth interior, there was no rips, no stains, nothing like that. The headlights were still good. All we did was belts and batteries and tires, and brakes
And fluids.
Even
fluid change,
mostly.
but 258,000 miles, and that thing never had a check engine light, never had a service light, nothing.
I hate being that guy, like, saying the CVT era is good, but, like, so my
CVT sucks.
my dad had the Rogue with the QR25 with the CVT in it, like your dad's Ultima
Yeah,
has.
but didn't you have a shit ton of problems with it?
God no, my dad made it to 290,000 miles before the car got totaled because somebody rear-ended him. And the only problem he ever had, aside from general maintenance isn't a problem, but the only actual problem the thing ever had was the master window switch went bad.
See,
That was the only problem that thing ever had. And he found one that was like 1 year newer with low miles and bought that because he was like, that car did me. He never changed the friggin' spark plugs.
I mean,
we haven't done plugs in Dad's Ultima either.
290,000 miles.
I'll say, like, I've never actually owned a Nissan myself, and whether it's like the Pathfinders, which I am in love with, especially the older ones, but even the cars, like any of them, and of course we have like the supercars of Nissan, but Nissan has never struck me as a vehicle that would like have major problems. I know Dodge for certain years and automatic transmissions.
Except the VQs.
You know what I mean?
VQs
Well, examples, but like as a general base of a car, like, but I've always heard that they're working with like the manufacturer directly, emailing, talking to them is no good. Like once they pump the car out, they no longer give a shit about it. And that's what I've been told by people who bought new or had older ones, and they try and contact manufacturer and be like, yo, can I get, like, you have OEM stuff in stock still, or where can I go? They don't respond. It's always on hold on the phone, so you're better off trying to email if they respond. It's like, damn, dude. I don't know if I want to go that route.
For Xteras, and I don't know why.
Oh, I love Xteras.
Xteras are cool, yeah.
Especially the
I love the
supercharged.
Xteras.
The supercharged Xtera,
The
though.
stadium seating in
Back
them
in my
was
two-legged
wonderful.
days, I had a first gen Z.
Oh, nice.
I also
See?
really
And then there's
like
all
the
the
new
Z
Frontier.
cars, because I love
the
Z
new
cars.
Frontier?
Nissan's a
You mean the new
That's
hard
a
body?
chef's
It looks
kiss, bro.
so
That is a
good!
fantastic.
You mean the new hard body?
Mm.
That's what it is.
Yes.
It's the fucking new hard body, and it is
Yeah,
glorious.
but it's gonna be gigantic.
Have you not seen them on
That's
the
why I'm
fucking
saying,
road?
give me
The
a
new Frontier?
Not yet.
Oh my god,
They're-
there's been 10 of them that
They're
drove by the house just
they're
today.
right in line with like a Tacoma.
Okay.
They're,
They
they're
look
like a
hard,
mid-sized
like
truck.
they are
Just
full-on hard bodies.
Give me an old VG era supercharged Xtera.
Yeah.
Four-wheel drive.
with the
manual.
with the 4-post wheels. Yep.
And I'm good.
Jackie had
I'm
one.
Yeah.
Fucking
with
amazing. I love that car. Stadium seating. I could
Yeah.
actually see out
When
the
I found
windshield.
out those things had a supercharged version,
Yep.
I was like, hold on. You fucking what? And all
Dan's
the...
found a grail.
What's up?
Oh, Pesco was talking about when we were talking about the hybrid stuff, and I follow Edison Motors on TikTok. They're building
Oh, the big rig.
the big rig, the logging truck, where
Check
it's
that
that
out,
same
guys.
deal. It's
Except for Clivens.
an inline 6 diesel engine running a generator
Nice.
with electric motors that power the wheels.
Fantastic.
I like that.
Oh,
They're
yes,
in
okay,
testing.
yep,
Especially
yep.
for
They're in testing
Canadian,
with that
Canadian
prototype
like
right
haulers and stuff.
So they're
You talk about
basically
the
building a
slush.
diesel electric locomotive.
Yeah.
Correct.
for the land with no rails.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a land train.
Aussie road trains are insane. Have you ever
Watch
seen
out
those?
for the road trains. They run
Actually, I
entire
have.
ways.
Australian road trains?
I
Those
have.
are nuts.
Speaking of Australia, I'm gonna have to hit up the Tasmanian girlfriend. Shout out to Hazel. See if I can get some Tasmanian beer, because I don't think we've tried that on the list yet, have we?
No, we do not.
Haha!
Is
Perfect.
there breweries in Tasmania?
I imagine so. I'm pretty sure everyone drinks everywhere.
I was gonna say the
She
only-
tells me that Tasmania is about as, feral to Australia as Florida is to the rest of the
See, the
U.S.
only
so
thing I know
like
about
it, you know?
Tasmania is that, there's the little Tasmanian devil that spins around going.
Oh my God.
That's the only thing I know about them.
I remember that.
That's
I had
only
the
thing.
game on Sega Genesis, bro. Like, about that life.
That's the only thing I know.
I have to pee.
Okay, well, on your way
Oh.
back, see if that freezer beer's frozen.
It should
Oh,
be.
freezer
If the
beer.
freezer beer is frozen.
It was not cold, so we had to chill it quickly.
About fair.
Because the beer that Chris bought for us was one we've already had.
Yep.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was one of those,
I
like, you know,
wrapped all the
12.5%
hash browns around
lagers
it, so
that
I'm
you put in
hoping
the
that
freezer.
helps it. So,
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll just break out the bag of hash browns and eat that.
I'm down.
Okay.
One way or another, we're gonna have a good night.
Yes, we are.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, like I'm excited about that Ram Charger. I'm interested to see how that pans out.
Well,
Yeah.
not even with that. Did you see that Ram is now, well, after 2025, there won't be the V8 option anymore. It's going to be the
Hurricane
Hurricane
6.
6,
Mhm.
which the base model of that is 525 horsepower, and the high output one is almost 600 horsepower. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
And it's
also
like,
the
people are like, oh, but there's gonna be no V8. It's like, okay, the outgoing V8 has 370.
Honestly, it's
Yeah.
kind of like what they did with the Raptor too, because when they went to the V6 twin turbo Raptor, and everyone's all like, "Oh, that's not a Raptor," dude. If you watch it,
It's
like on their
good.
testing and everything, that is absolutely a Raptor.
Yeah, but
and
it's one of those,
good
just the
on 'em.
fact that
yeah,
this
but it
is
just
not a
sounds like
V6.
ass. It just sounds like ass.
Exactly.
The-
Yeah,
the-
there is that.
But the fact that this isn't a V6 is
It's a
the
straight
fact
six.
that Dodge is like,
oh, it's a
hey,
straight
it's a
six.
straight
straight
six.
Oh, dude, I
It's
love
a-
straight
a
sixes.
twin turbo straight six.
Oh yeah,
and
it's
like,
a
you know
2J
what?
for a truck. Let's go.
Well, here's the other thing.
Twin turbo
So-
It's a Hurricane.
So
straight
the,
six that Dodge is gonna
Oh
do.
yeah, I can't fucking wait for that.
Yeah.
So the Charger concept car,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that all-electric Charger concept car,
Yeah.
You and
Some-
me split.
Okay.
someone in the plant leaked photos of a body shell. It's going to have the Hurricane 6 in it.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just waiting for Mazda. Come on, guys. Like, we got the CX-90 with straight six,
Oh, this is
turbo.
good.
and
Oh, I can
horsepower.
already
Put it
tell
in the
that this
car.
is
Put it in
gonna
the
be
car.
darker than what I go for. Here, done this.
Oh, this is a 7.5.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah.
Also, I gotta say, it is actually trademarked by them, Chris.
Oh,
So-
Brewdog. These are the ones that did the Caddyshack beer that I did a few
Yeah,
weeks.
but it's
Oh,
actually
shit,
trademarked by
we
them,
stout
so
you?
it has the
We
actual
stout you
chorus.
tonight?
Fucking, it's 7.5, just to let you know.
So, you're talking to me.
Are you
Yeah.
talking to me?
We stouting
Oh
tonight.
god, oh, that has a nice red flow to it. Oh, it looks like burnt transmission fluid. That
Yeah.
means it's gonna be good.
Yeah, well, I'd say,
These are the same ones that did the Caddyshack beer from a couple months ago.
Nice.
yeah, it's definitely a burnt transmission fluid with
Let's see
the
here.
slightest hint of
Oh my
a
gosh,
transmission
it's so-
cooler leak.
It smells amazing though.
It does, doesn't it, though?
You want to read us in on this one?
Holy shit, it
So-
smells even better.
It's
Brew
a Butte,
Dogs.
Clark. It's a Butte.
God dang, B. Clark.
This is.
It's gonna taste
Get the
good.
flashlight working. Brewdog. It's a Butte. Christmas National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation special beer.
It's not Jelly of the
Pecan
month.
and Toffee Stout.
We've teamed up with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation to bring you a Butte Pecan and Toffee Stout. At 7.5%, this rich and decadent stout combines sweet toffee flavors, roasted cacao, and hints of vanilla. It may not be the gift that keeps on giving the whole year, but we can guarantee that your six-pack won't arrive meowing.
Yeah,
Cheers.
It's not the
You-
Jelly of the
You,
month
you
club,
good
man.
over there, Chris?
Yep.
With the head?
He got a lot of head over
Yeah.
there. I'm glad to be on this side.
Cheers, gentlemen!
Cheers, Clark.
Shitter's full. Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
fuck.
Oh, is that cherry? Yo, it's, oh my god.
It's
okay.
chocolate-covered cherry with
Oh,
Yes,
coffee and
the
chocolate.
dark chocolate covered cherries that you bite into and oh
Wow.
my god.
Zach, welcome to dessert
No,
beers.
Dude, I was
No,
gonna
no, no,
say
no, no.
No, this is probably his first like dessert beer
it
he's ever
is.
had.
This is like,
This is a dessert beer.
Yep. That's oh.
No,
dude. This is.
no, no, no.
I saw it as dark as it was. I gave you more than like just splitting it with you because I thought I wouldn't like this. This is good.
Say, can you
I
see?
I think I have the description. I want to wait for Mike.
Yeah.
I think I've got the description.
Oh
That's
my
that's
God.
so good, dude. Friendsgiving I'm having in the beginning of December. When, I'm gonna be bringing these, both of them actually. They're both
Bro,
great.
you should have had the Neapolitan stout we had.
Oh,
That
Does
literally
anyone
tasted like a
wanna say
Neapolitan
grace?
ice cream.
I've got it,
sandwich.
Mike.
They
Nice.
said it tastes exactly like
No.
chocolate covered cherries.
I've got it. So you know when you get the assortment of Christmas cookies from like Big Lots and they've got the really crappy
Oh,
flavors.
say it.
Yeah.
Say it.
So then you know when you get the Christmas cookies that are really fancy and every one of them's really good.
yes.
And you went through and grabbed like 6 of them,
Mm-hmm.
different ones,
Yes.
stacked them all together.
Okay. I see
Took a
where you're
bite.
at.
And took a bite.
Yes, and it's got to be the good ones though.
The good ones. You took 6 of the good ones
I'm also getting that
and took a bite. There it
I
is.
forget the brand, but the chocolate covered cherries
That-
that have
see,
whatever that
yeah,
specific.
that cream
I
inside.
know I used to get them at Walgreens and shit.
Oh,
Like,
Machino?
fuck!
Is it?
Concourse or
Machino?
Concord?
no?
Concord.
Concord.
It's Concord. Yeah, they
Yes,
got little
Concord.
trays like
Yeah,
only
'cause
the
they got
same,
chocolate
right?
blueberries
So it's,
too.
Yeah.
it's dark chocolate over a maraschino cherry that has some of the cream filling in it.
Yeah.
And that's
This is-
exactly
I mean,
what
add
it tastes
toffee
like.
and that.
cocoa
You know,
in
that's
this is
pretty
so
good.
deep. Oh my gosh.
That is
Yeah,
genuinely
cocoa,
fantastic.
Toffee.
I love the way it smells. Because I'm not really
Like,
a beer guy,
it's
but
just-
this is good. Like,
I got a better way to describe it. It's actually a little bit better. This is the snack table at Christmas Eve dinner in a glass.
yeah.
It's not one thing. It's
You know the little
Oh,
clear
it's all
cups
of them.
that are
Where-
full of
where-
beer, and like that's
where-
all we're drinking because it's a family
where'd
event
you
with
find
children?
this?
Yes,
Yes.
this is the one.
I found this at ABC here in Inverness.
ABC
Really?
Inverness? Okay.
But I'm
Cordial,
very
cordial cherries.
Cordial,
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
The,
Yeah,
the Queen
awesome,
Anne's.
yeah.
The Queen
I gotta
Anne's.
grab a 6-pack of that for
Like
either
that.
Thanksgiving.
That's what
or
I fucking
Yes.
I
Christmas.
warn
Okay.
you that this
That's
was the
good.
only box that was there.
Oh, all right.
So,
well, then I'm gonna be checking Crystal
possibly
River
you'll
when
see
I
it
get
in
out of
Crystal
work.
River.
You might want to check
Yes.
Crystal River.
I'll
Yeah,
check
but
that.
those cherries.
Yes,
The
yes.
cordial cherries. Like,
Yeah.
that's
That
what it
is
tastes
so
It's
like.
the cordial
Good.
cherries.
With the
It's,
dark chocolate, though, not
it's
the milk
your
chocolate.
mom's
the
homemade
dark chocolate.
cookies.
Right?
It's it's M&Ms. It's all the snacks that get laid out on Christmas Day. Because that was Mom's thing. Was like she didn't want us in the kitchen bugging her while she's cooking Christmas dinner. She'd lay out a whole like smorgasbord of snacks, like just all kinds of
It was
stuff.
always different types of pickles.
Is it bad that the warm feeling is because we're outside?
It's actually pretty decent out right now.
But honestly,
Yeah.
it should be
It's not
colder
bad.
outside.
It should be right
to really
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
to get into
Right.
to get into the spirit, it should be colder.
Yeah.
This would be one. This would be amazing. Like Zach said earlier, around a fire.
Oh, yeah.
You're already
After one of the big meals, like whether it's Thanksgiving,
Yes.
that Christmas, whatever, doesn't matter.
Look,
just it's
everybody
the
just
after one. You know?
Vibing, talking
Exactly.
about car bullshit outside,
Right.
It's-
around the fire,
It's
enjoying
below
one.
50 degrees.
Yes,
and it is
exactly.
just
So your
whether-
beer stays cold, but you can sit close enough you stay warm. It's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, like that's great.
Man, that is good. That is really good.
Yeah.
And I'm
What
gonna do it. Yeah.
what's happening? What's happening in your head? I see it.
Pints and Pistons, it's Christmas picnic beer.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's a good. Yeah, the Christmas.
We'll have to sync
picnic
Google calendars. We'll put it in the date.
beer.
Send it to my secretary.
Yeah.
My people's people.
All right, so anybody else? You got anything
Oh,
to talk about?
Ford just came out with a recall as well.
Yeah.
What Ford do?
Another
I
one.
have one dimension that I wanted to ask you two about, but that can happen
20
afterwards.
to 23 Mustangs.
Okay.
Apparently, they got some issue with the brake switch. Be fixed with a software update, but apparently it doesn't warn if you have low fluid in the reservoir, which can lead to
Well,
not
yeah.
having brakes.
Well, yes.
Well, not for nothing.
I grew up
If
in
you
a
have a-
generation where we checked fluids.
If you
like,
got,
come on.
Well, no, if you have a 20,
If it gets squishy, then we have a problem.
If you
Fix it
got
out.
a 20 to 23 Mustang and you encounter low brake fluid,
You got bigger issues to
yeah,
deal
I'm
with.
just saying.
That's
The
all I'm
software
saying,
update to fix that is not your biggest concern.
No, you got something else going on.
Oh, but
But
I-
speaking of the whole recalls and fires things, my 95 Lincoln Mark 8, I had a recall for the brake pressure switch. Because the diaphragm was literally electrical contact on one side and brake fluid on the other side. And eventually the little diaphragm would break.
Yeah, that was across like all of Ford's models they had to fix.
And-
my 95 F-150 has that recall done.
Well,
nice.
I only had
Welcome.
they only had half the recall for my car, which was go to the dealership and they unplug the switch and you lose your cruise control. And I
What?
never did get
The second
No.
part.
Second
fixed.
part of it. I never got an
That's one
updated
of
piece.
remedying out available ones.
No.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
never,
Temporary fix.
I never was contacted for, hey, we have a new switch in stock, come get it. I never got that.
Our dealership. So, what do you got? And if it refers to a certain dealership in a certain place, then just remember
Roger
that
that.
place remains unnamed.
No, oh well, that's fine. Actually, it kind of was, but I want to tell this story instead, because I think there isn't a recall on it yet, so that doesn't pertain. But I have driven my car, or one of my cars, to a dealership to get a recall done. It was a 2004 Honda Accord K24. It was an auto, but it was a coupe. Had the little spoiler. Nice. I got this car for $1,000. Dude couldn't get it running. Just could not. It's like year 2016. So this is like a $3,000 or $4,000 car. And come to find out, when the boys got drunk and went to replace an air intake with a stock one because it was cracked, they loosened up the intake manifold.
As one does.
As one does.
I didn't even get a new gasket for it, bolted it down, turned the car on. I was like, all right, cool. So this car, now it has a couple lights. It didn't take me long to fix whatever it was. I think like the MAF, whatever. Little things. And I had one light left, and it was the seatbelt light. I'm like, what is it? Again, 2004. This is in a new millennia that I don't deal with when I fix cars. So the fact that there are cords hooked up to my seatbelt buckle, this is news to me. Anyway,
It's freaking me out, man.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm getting under there, and it's like a mechanical
Yeah.
seat, and I'm like, what the hell is this? But anyway.
The rug ties everything together.
Yeah, I
man.
don't know what's happening. So, anyway,
Bought Lebowski's living room.
I do have a buddy who's like, hey man, if you have stuff like that, anytime you get used cars, you should really check up what that make and model is and its VIN to recalls. And
Yeah,
I'm
you can go
like,
right on the NHTSA website.
Exactly.
Plug your VIN in and off you
exactly.
go.
And this is what I do. And now I have a recall for my seatbelt buckle assembly bit for the driver's side. Because they just stop recognizing when the seatbelt's plugged in. Alright. Doesn't chime though, but whatever. But awesome. I take it in. So I tell them the problem. Like, yep, there's a recall. Here it is. Here's keys. I just need that part
today,
swapped
fuckers.
out.
It's okay. he
Nothing
listens to this.
else. Don't touch anything else. Replace the free part. Okay, no problem. I'm now sitting in this Honda dealership in the middle of Honolulu. Like, there's 4 highways that go around this thing. It's wild. Sitting in there, hour and 45 minutes later. Now, dude that just said okay for only the free part is gone. Lunch, maybe. I don't know. New guy comes up. Alright. I'm in uniform, by the way. Like, it was after work. I went down. We got out early.
Oh, you go to a car dealership with a uniform, you got a target on your back.
Bro, so, yes, I did.
Did they sell you a Dodge Charger?
No. No. Don't worry.
No, hey,
I bought myself a 500 horsepower Trans Am with a 6-speed. I was happy.
Ford Mustang. Thank you.
But yeah.
No,
But
390
I'll tell you,
credit
so
score.
so the
It's on
guy
bumper.
the guy calls my name and he says, hey, we replaced the seatbelt buckle. It's gonna come out to $147 and change. And I'm like, oh no, this was a recall. It was a recall for that. And he's like, and then like over the next 3-4 minutes, I have him actually look up, see that this was a recalled part, but whoever did the thing just wrote it in there as if I wanted it replaced.
Yeah.
And I'm like, tear it up. Like, dude, fill out the thing you have to fill out for that. Dude, they didn't want to give me my car back. So I call my team leader, unfortunately, bad one at the time, and he's like, well, how much do they want? I'm like, $150. He's like, fucking pay it. You just got paid. I'm like, what? And I did. But I'll tell you, that is the one time I only brought a car into for a recall. Otherwise, just give me the part.
Your
I'll
next
take it
move
home.
was to say you were going to call the police, and then you were going to tell them, and you were going to turn them in for theft by conversion.
Yeah, but he
Really?
was the
Thank
only
you for
white
that
man
one.
at the dealership. At the
That-
Honolulu dealership. No.
No, when you get
Dude,
small-
the uniform,
no, when
the
you get-
uniform, they know.
When you
because
get the really
No,
slimy
they-
sales
they
whizzes
knew
that
you
do
had
the
that's
whole
what it
hide,
is.
they do the
They
whole
knew you
hide
had
your
money.
keys trick, that's what you do.
Bro,
Is you stand there right in the middle of the floor in
I
front of the sales
honestly-
manager, and you say,
I
I'm
honestly
calling the
didn't know what
cops,
to do.
and you basically right over the phone, you just say, yes, I'd like to place a charge of theft by conversion. They've taken my car keys, I can't get my car.
Dude,
That
see,
usually stops that hiding car key. Those keys get found magically real goddamn quick.
I'll tell you, because man, my team leader is what really set me off though, because I realized at that point I'm a federal agent of this country, you know, I do have little sway. Do what your rank can afford. My rank was to afford. Hey, dude, I came in for a recall, give me my stuff, but they're like money, and my team leader being as bad as he was, man, I can't believe I paid him. I had a second set of keys, too. It was in a hideaway. I thought about just going out there because I knew where the car was. I'm like, I will leave, but then I didn't need that getting back.
Yeah.
Man.
So how was your Dodge Charger?
I've never driven a modern Charger.
I'm sorry.
You are such an asshole.
They retain big Ultimate.
Dude, they're so heavy.
Well, no, when you drive
I've ridden
one,
in them, but
when you
they're
drive
slugs,
one,
dude.
you get into it, you start it, you start driving it, and then
And
before
see
you
your credit-
realize
you
it,
see your credit score go down.
your hands out the window, the music's all the way up, and you're like this, and your seat's all the way
No,
back.
your credit score
Or
is
is
just
on the side fender.
Your credit score is on
And
the
then you
fender.
look down, you're like, I'm doing 100. Holy shit, it's 19. I gotta slow down. Oh, whoa, what am I doing?
Dodge was smart about that. They put the credit score right on the side.
392, baby.
They
Bro,
let you know what you
you sink into them, and they become just in it, and you when you come back, you're like, oh, whoa. Why am I doing 80 and a 20?
And you're-
what?
But the
Dude,
great
I
thing-
did that in a 2013 Fusion,
But the
wondering
great-
why I was going so
The great
fast.
thing is you're in
So
it for
quiet.
116 months, so you're fine.
Whoa,
You
whoa,
can
whoa,
afford
whoa,
to
whoa,
pay
whoa,
rent.
whoa,
Hey, can you fog a mirror?
I
No, Mike, you were
gave them a
incorrect
fake-
about that. You started
Drop a gear
off
and
at
disappear from
72
his
months,
payments.
And you go to 84.
and 18 months in, you refinanced for another 72 months.
I gave him a
Hey,
fake
can you
ass.
fog a mirror? Because if you can finance a Dodge.
I gave him a fake
Or an
address.
Ultima.
Yeah.
No. I gave him a fake address and made one payment. You joking? Come find my car. They show up and there's no Dodge here.
This is a Walmart.
Yeah.
This is a
Thank
sorry,
you.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a Wendy's.
It's like my
Hey,
Sirius XM.
Hey, does Johnny Ray live here? Sir, this is
Nah,
Wendy's.
I still think my XM address was the best.
Well, yeah, no.
1016 West Addison Avenue, Chicago, Illinois.
You don't want to know what my new
Wrigley
one is?
Field.
I was gonna say.
I know. Hey.
Wrigley Field.
I'm currently Tina Turner is the Country Music Hall of Fame.
That's okay. My
I
next
get another 3 months.
one is going to be Jenny Two-Tone in College Park, Pennsylvania, because College Park, Pennsylvania is where the actual phone number 867-5309 is
Yep.
located at.
That's fantastic.
Joseph Biden, 1600 West Pennsylvania.
Okay, so I gotta let the people know. If you don't understand what we're talking about, so with if your car has Sirius XM,
Factory installed.
factory
Sirius
installed Sirius XM.
Are you sure you
and
want to give this away?
Oh,
Everybody knows about it. It's
been
all over the
3
internet.
years. I haven't paid for 3 years.
Fair enough.
Okay, so
Allegedly.
this isn't a new thing. So for the last 3 years, they have done a free 3-month trial that doesn't need a credit card. You can use the same email address. You literally just need to do a different name and a different address. And every single time, I come up with new names and new addresses. So.
Bro, I want the serious app.
And you can use it for that too. So I have been Jake Blues. I've been Elwood Blues. I've been my last one was James Brown. This time I'm Tina Turner. My address is the Country Music Hall of Fame. You just
That's
do
fantastic.
that. You just do that, and then it ends, and then you just.
See,
Or a
what's
new name.
what's wild though is that in the old one, you get this in the Fox Body. Dude, I have a CD player, a radio, no bass, and no aux cord. That baby it's what I get. We didn't even turn the radio on when we were ripping it around.
I got a tape player.
Nice! See, those are the best.
That's a vibe.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about getting the CD
That's a
sleeve
vibe.
for my my visor, just so I can start taking American Idiot
need
down
that
and
for
putting
the
the whole
truck.
album in. Yes,
I've got an in-6 CD changer that's broken.
I was gonna say I have an
Ooh,
in-6
wow.
disc.
So I use my
CD,
iPod. But the funny thing is about that, for the last
God
2 years,
damn,
I've
my
had
iPod.
his stock in-6+ 6 CD player sitting on the shelf in my
Oh,
garage.
come on. Let's swap it out.
Well, and then you get the Focus, and then I plug my iPod in, and
You use that on your Focus?
Dude,
well, no, I use Sirius, but when my Sirius goes out and I don't have enough time to do that, I have my iPod
Alright.
Classic. That's a 200 gig iPod.
It's a 160.
And, well,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll be the
But-
modern guy.
But
then.
no, but
So-
no.
Like,
So,
This man here,
Mike doesn't really understand the whole iTunes on Windows.
I've never
plug
had-
it in the iPod.
I don't
I don't know what
thing.
any of
Yeah,
this means.
no.
I'm not an
Basi-
iPerson.
basically, if you have this Apple Music player and you have
Okay.
a Windows computer, you have to have this little program so that you can plug your Apple thing into your Windows
Okay.
computer, and you can take your music from your computer and put it on your Apple thing, and that way you can play your Apple thing through your headphones and in your car.
yeah,
Nice.
I don't have that. Brian does. So I literally go, here.
Yes,
Here.
this is me with technology. I haven't used a computer since
So-
high school, so
One of the things you can do with your little i thingy is you can rename it.
It took me 3 fucking months.
Mike doesn't realize that you can rename this.
So what was his device name?
His device's name is still Midget Music. So he had been walking around with this thing in his pocket playing music at work for a couple of months,
Sure.
and then his XM ran out,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get a random text in the
Plugged it into
afternoon.
my car, and all of a sudden it says, midget
Midget
music
music.
connected. And I'm like, what?
Just and I was like I said,
Fucking Brian!
and out of the blue on a random Tuesday, I get a
At
text.
11 o'clock at night.
I get a message from Mike.
Fucking
He was
midget
like,
music? Really?
he's like, God damn it, Brian. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I do this time? And he's like, midget music? I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, dude, I did that like 2 months ago. But it's not changed back. It still says that.
Good.
And that was what,
You
3
could
years
rename
ago?
it
No,
Titanic.
no,
that
that
way
was
every time
6
you plug
years
it in,
ago.
the Titanic is sinking.
No, that was 6 years ago, and I don't know how to fucking change it. Okay?
Oh, no.
I connect my car to Bluetooth and I listen to music off Spotify in my car.
Yeah.
What's Bluetooth like?
Dude, it's really cool, actually.
It's nice.
It's magical.
I don't
it
have-
literally is just wireless audio.
Yeah, I
transmission.
don't have
I
anything
can
wireless
press a-
in my car.
I
So
can
what I've
press
done
a-
with Dad's Ultima is I've taken my music library and threw it on a thumb drive and just plugged it into the car's USB port.
I could press a
Where the
button.
fuck do you put a USB port on a car?
And a USB plug.
Where do you
USB
put that?
plugs.
Oh,
Modern cars
No.
have USB ports.
I can press
Mine
a button
doesn't, but modern
and
cars
say
do.
Modern cars.
the
Ours
car.
aren't
The
modern.
car will go ding, and I'll go call Zach, and then all of a sudden your phone will ring.
Yeah, see, but you don't have sync. When you have sync, she's a little bitch, and I'm sitting there going, call Sabrina.
That's
Tuning
'cause-
to the bridge. Call Sabrina.
That's because
No,
you got.
tuning to
That's
the
because,
bridge.
that's because you've got Sync 2 and you need to update to Sync 3.
As Jeremy Clarkson said, that's every telematics unit ever. It's working perfectly, complete, and utter disobedience.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
And then I'll be like, you fucking bitch, call fucking Sabrina. Calling Sabrina. Jesus Christ, thank you.
Colon.
It's
Colon,
hilarious.
Jesus. No.
No, like seriously, like it. Oh,
I don't talk to people on the phone in the Camaro because it's just so loud that like
not
I can't.
happening.
Speaker doesn't mean anything.
my
like nothing.
entire where
My-
my speaker is.
My music library is big enough that it would take 13 and a half days to 24 hours a day. It would take 13 and a half days.
That's
Yeah,
to
no,
play
fantastic.
the
mine's
entire
20,
list.
mine's 25 because I got your entire library plus whatever I had, so mine's 25
I have
days.
infinite Spotify.
What is that? Well, yeah, no, see, I can do that. Except
the problem-
for
But you
Sabrina's
don't
car
have
because
anything.
But not in the
Exactly.
desert, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, not
That's
in
the
the
thing.
desert.
You don't have anything.
That's why I want
You
CDs,
have
baby.
streaming capability, but you don't have anything. What they have is if everything comes to an end, they still have their music.
Yeah, they have
If the
deploy-
internet- if
they
the
have
internet-
deployment
I do have that on my
music.
phone.
You know what
If-
I mean?
if the
Because, like,
internet
when you deploy it out in the
stops,
middle of
I can still play
nowhere,
music.
I do have
Or the
time.
desert
I
driving.
never use it.
Like
if the internet stops, I have enough tapes in there that I can pop into my tape player.
I've still got like
I got that backup.
I've still got like 100 and something CDs at the house.
this guy's got how many records?
He's got way more.
You've got a good.
Hey, see
No,
that
you-
entire
you-
thing
you
right
have
there?
to-
That's
you gotta-
full. That's
you have
full.
to see his.
I've got like
Oh.
50.
I got about
Of my
400.
favorites.
I got
But,
about 400.
Nice.
Did we end up doing the auction car thing?
No, there
or-
was
No,
no.
No,
option.
I
We
didn't.
have no
I didn't.
bring a
I don't.
trailer
I
tonight.
forgot.
I don't. Well, no, like there honestly hasn't been anything between Bring a Trailer and
Cars and
Bids like worth a damn lately. to be
There
honest.
was on Bring a Trailer. There was a
The only-
98 neon Plymouth neon
With 6 miles on the
6
clock.
miles on it.
The only thing I liked on Bring a Trailer recently was a fucking turbo diesel swapped bug done in a Baja format.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, one thing before we end.
Okay.
Jags and the crate engines.
Oh,
Jags
yeah.
and the crate engines.
Hey, did you guys get any of them fucking $550 Coyotes?
Oh my God!
Gen
Gen
3
3
Coyotes.
$528.
What
No, not the
happened?
Illuminators. The
Why
Gen
did no one
3.
tell me?
Somebody at
Somebody
Jags fucked
goofed.
up.
Somebody goofed bad.
Do you
Somebody's
think they
losing their
goofed, or
job.
they were losing their job anyway? So they're like, I'm going to use all of my stored monies to buy as many of these
from-
motors before
From
I'm
what I
fired.
saw from reports of using certain websites, 23,000 orders came in.
No, a friend of ours, CJ.
I would have bought that.
He sent me a picture
I would've
of
bought
he sent
that.
me a picture of his computer, and it literally had a Gen 3 Coyote for $3,300.
And a $3,300 one was
He
the
went to put it.
supercharged one.
Yeah, it was a.
I couldn't have been able to buy that, but
Yeah,
I could have
it
bought
was-
that one.
And he went to put it in his cart. By the time he got it in his cart, the error had been fixed.
So
he wasn't able to get one.
there was a couple people that actually got it to where they were able to get that Gen 3 for that price plus the $200 freight.
Sure,
and
yeah,
that.
whatever. Screw it.
And yeah,
Let's see if they actually ship them, though.
They have to. Once it was locked in, I mean, that's...
If they
like,
advertised
don't.
it-
if they advertise
don't
the number...
have to.
Oh, they
What they
actually-
can do is
They're
go,
owed.
we're refunding your money.
Yeah.
That's even
And
rough.
Because they
And
are
so
a
far,
private
that's
business,
what I've
they,
heard has happened is that
withhold
people
the
will be
right
getting
to
refunds.
refuse service
And
to
then-
anyone for any reason.
I would, if I were the business, I would eat the cost, send the engines, because you don't want a class action suit to replace what they bought from you. Even if you took that amount of money back, say $3,300, you need the remainder $14,000 to replace what you bought
I was
from
gonna
them.
say
Yeah.
Like-
I understand what you're saying, Chris, but I also understand what he's saying,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be one of those
It-
just
Yeah.
It's gonna be what bed do they want to lie in?
Exactly. I'm looking
And
forward to
I
that
agree
now.
with you
Like,
100%.
That's a big
But
fuck
I am
up.
curious to see if they
If the
actually
gas tank
ship
O-ring is less expensive or more expensive than the lawsuits, well, people are going to burn.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, that's...
And not for nothing, if somebody actually did get the 520 or whatever, 550,
Dude.
$5.99.
590, like that comes with a warranty too. Like if you got that shit,
Yeah, but it's one of those like we were talking about earlier, because that's a Gen 3. That's going to be 18 plus. Ford hasn't released a power pack.
I don't know.
No, they haven't.
I don't
They
know if
haven't
Ford has
developed
released a
into it.
standalone power pack for the Gen 3. They did for the Gen 1 and Gen 2 for stick and auto, which was the 6R80.
yeah.
But a standalone control pack for a Gen 3 Coyote with a 10R80?
Build
or,
it.
Yeah, but regardless of
Yeah,
that,
you
you
can't.
get
For
it.
that price, though, I was
No,
going to
no,
say
no,
build
no,
it.
no,
Like,
no,
you know.
no,
Yeah.
you get it, and then you post it up on Marketplace for 10 grand. And
Well,
you make
there,
a
yeah,
shit ton
yeah,
of fucking
yeah,
money.
that's the way.
I
Or
like it. That's what
I was
I
gonna
do.
say, it'd look real nice in that Fox body out there. Just saying.
one of those would look real nice in that Camaro.
Oh man.
Okay, before we end,
Mm-hmm.
did anybody see what Concourse Day Lemons posted on Facebook? So you know Concourse Day
Concourse
Lemons,
to Lemons.
and the one that does like just it's not
They're a parody of the
I've-
Pebble.
I've
They're a
seen-
parody of the Pebble Beach Concourse
and
Day.
all
I've
that
seen
shit.
through these. Yeah, this guy. over
So they posted. They're like, "This is a thing we love to see," and it was a '78 C3 Corvette.
there. Nice.
So full
So-
plastic, fantastic.
But-
C3.
That's my
So-
favorite kind.
Really nice paint job. Really nice interior. There goes Josh. Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Really nice interior. All that.
Oh,
It had a flatty in it,
A flathead.
a
I
3-barrel
saw
flatty,
that. Yep.
What?
and
flathead
was
V8.
for sale on Marketplace for 20 grand. So the great thing is they're like, this is what we love to see. This thing's amazing. Also, who doesn't love the sound of a flatty? Flatties sound fucking amazing. And also
They run
with the
amazing,
stuff,
too.
and it was Offenhauser intake, Offenhauser heads,
Ooh.
like all Offenhauser shit on it.
true old build. Nice.
they're like, but this flatty also makes more horsepower than the
Than a
smog
smog
ridden
choke 350.
350 that was originally in the 78.
Yeah.
So that Corvette makes more money, but it's makes more horsepower, but like
Here, get some.
seriously,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
right.
fucking C3 with a flatty in it.
Mhm.
Come on, man, a fucking flatty
I did
C3.
see it now. I
I-
just thought about it. I did see it.
Man,
There was
Can you
the,
imagine that?
it's actually my dream car. To have a
actually, Mike and I
1980
actually
Wagon
did see a
LS1.
flathead with Offenhauser intake cylinder
Today.
heads and dual carbs today. It was a 37 Ford Coupe with artillery wheels on it. That was freaking
Yep.
beautiful.
And
Oh, yeah,
on that bombshell,
It's time to end.
On that bombshell, also, we gotta figure out our next episode.
Well, yeah.
What?
Next episode would technically be on Black Friday.
And
Are
that's
we doing
Paige's
that or
birthday,
no?
so that's a good for me.
Uh-oh.
That's waifu's birthday.
so do we need to move it to Saturday?
I mean, we can move it to Saturday. I'm okay with that if y'all are okay.
I'm okay
that.
with it.
I'm okay with Saturday.
I have to converse with waifu. I don't know what she wants to do.
We
for
will
her
discuss.
birthday,
We will
so-
discuss over the
That'll be
next.
in the group
Okay.
chat.
We will
So
discuss over the
on
next few
that bombshell, we will
Yeah.
be ending. Have
Well,
a good night,
yeah,
everyone.
We'll see you in 2, 3, 4 weeks. We don't know.
And
But we'll see
thank you
soon.
for watching, and have a good night.
We will
Love
see you
you.
sometime.